Welcome to the fourth class in our series of an introduction to meditation. My name is Mike. In this meditation, we are going to use a little bit of a visualization and a little bit of inner awareness, motion through the body. These will provide an anchor similar to how we use the breath as an anchor in our first meditation, and that was in class number 3. Again, to set yourself up well, establish a steady and comfortable seat, whether that's on a cushion, sitting up on blankets, against a wall, or even in a chair. And again, I've got a lot of those tips in video number 2. Whatever you choose, take those first few moments and become well situated. In this video, I'll offer the use of what we call the Dhyana Mudra. Similar to Chin, we touched the tips of the fingers. In Chin, we had these face down, which you could do as well. But the Dhyana Mudra, we use palms up. And this is a symbol to us that we are receptive to wisdom. If the fingers fall apart, it's also a clue to us that our concentration has wavered. Position the arms so that they don't pull you forward. Allow yourself to sit effortlessly tall. And then go ahead. Close your eyes and move inward. We remove ourselves from our other senses except for your hearing, remaining tethered to the places that I will guide you. In class 3, we practiced the awareness of the breath, and all of our meditations begin with an element of this. So begin by noticing the smooth flow of your natural breathing. In this practice, we'll add an element to our breathing that also may help us focus, and that's called an Ujjayi breath. Ujjayi pranayama is our breath of victory. And while you are experiencing your inhale and exhale, try to create a very slight constriction in the area of the throat. Now, this constriction should only be about a 2 on a scale of 1 to 10. Just a little bit so that you begin to experience the breath as vibration and maybe a little bit of sound. It's not an intense sound, maybe a sound that's only audible to you from the inside. But notice how just that little bit of change, this constriction in the throat, brings concentration, presence into the field of your mind and into your breath. So focus again on forming this complete cycle of breathing, smooth inhale, smooth exhale with this slight constriction or ujjayi at the area of the throat, hearing the sound, experiencing the vibration. While you remain focused on the breathing as we begin here, just sense that the spine is growing taller and being more enlivened by us as we purposefully and mindfully are moving the breath through not just our breathing apparatus, but thinking about it more broadly, moving our prana through the whole body. Prana is our life force. That includes our breath. It includes all of the vitality that we receive. Smooth breathing, slight throat focus, and an awareness of being tall. While we move away from the natural world and away from our bodies, we still are very conscious and present, bring your awareness into the body in a different way today. And again, return to noticing the length of your spine. As you inhale, perhaps feeling gently and effortlessly lifted. And as you exhale, maybe you have just the slightest of drawing in at the navel. And I'll invite you to also use a slight root lock. And so that's called our Mula Bandha. And you provide just a slight lift at your pelvic floor and let that create a sense of energy rising up through the tall spine. In this place, I'd like you to also change now your awareness of your breath. Take away the ujjayi and the throat focus and instead begin mental alternate nostril breathing. So what you'll do is you'll inhale through the left nostril, again, just without using the hand, and you'll exhale, imagining out through the right. And I want to do several rounds of this. And then you inhale through the right nostril, and imagine exhaling through the left. So this has got a boomerang sort of pattern to it. Inhaling left, exhaling right. And then you go back the same way, inhaling right and exhaling left. And inside your mind's eye, you might think of this almost like that boomerang or an upside down V. When you inhale, it comes up to the bridge of the nose, and exhale down out through the other nostril. Moving from side to side. Just using this balancing breath. Oftentimes we will use our hand to control the nostrils, but this is just mental alternate nostril breathing. In through one side, smoothly, deeply, calmly, exhaling out the other. As you draw inward continually, become more drawn to the midbrain center. So experiencing this point where the breath reaches up at the sinuses, the place where the inhale arrives, about the third eye. Noticing the breath as it has this sense of touch at the top of the sinuses, behind the third eye, and at this area of the midbrain, behind the third eye. Experiencing our breath as vital energy, filling a cup gently at this area of the midbrain. And if you can, try to experience this as a sense of light behind the eyes. Maybe even a gentle pulse that occurs with the breath, and releasing the alternate nostril breathing if it helps. Just breathing smoothly once more and noticing the light behind the eyes or a gentle pulse beginning to build there. Experiencing our breath, our vital energy as light in the midbrain. If thoughts occur to you, just letting them be objects, letting them fall away, and returning back to your focus on the breath. And now, suspend any sort of mechanics that are involved with your breathing and just have pure awareness at the midbrain and sense the luminosity there. Here at the uppermost portion of the spine, a great luminescence, calming, become absorbed in the light here, relaxed at the third eye center. And know that this is our intuitive center, and when our thoughts are calmed, we have access to this place of wisdom within us. Here at our sixth chakra, home of intuition, of wisdom, the source of all teachings, source of all our practices. And now, as you are aware here at this uppermost part of the spine, I'd like you to again return to that awareness of your spine being tall, fully through the spine, suspended. And I'd like you to ever so gently begin to sway the spine back and forth. And you remain tall, and this sway is very small. It's maybe even less than an inch side to side. Become absorbed in this very smooth and calming movement, feeling the light at the top and rooted at the base. And you might even imagine that your spine is like a blade of grass, rooted gently, but swaying in just the softest of breezes. And now this embodiment of the blade of grass becomes our anchor of our meditation, of our focus, absorbed in the gentle movement. Enjoy the current of energy running the length of your spine. Anchored at the root, free at the top. And then come back to center and pause there. Notice. What do you feel just then when the body stops moving? Are you more finely tuned and aware of the stream of energy moving through your center, the full length of the spine? Do you remain absorbed, or when you stop moving, does the mind begin to move outward again? To stay absorbed in the spine, we once again, when we sense our mind moving outward or sense thoughts begin to occur again, begin to sway the spine again side to side. Watch all of the sections of the spine, what's happening at the base, at the area of the ribs, at the area of the neck. Again, a tall, gentle blade of grass or a stream through your center, flowing smoothly. The gentlest of sways, and then notice if and when the mind becomes clearer again, then return to stillness and centeredness. Continue to practice in this way for a bit. Any time that the mind becomes more active or moves outward towards the things that it will move towards, then begin that gentle sway. Let the fluctuations of the mind become that gentle fluctuation in the body. And as you feel yourself anytime moving again towards more stillness, then become still in the spine as well. Continue to practice in this way for a bit. Enjoying the silence and absorbing yourself in the stream in the blade of grass. In the final part of this meditation, return to center if you are not already, and experience in any way a great sense of vibration happening through the body. Attune yourself to the collective sense of essential vibration that moves through us, that powers all of our living. Maybe that sense of vibration manifests as sound or circulation, activity in the body. Become aware of your own sense of vibration fully. You may even sense behind this that this is the sound in the yogic tradition, the sound of Om, functioning on the silent level. Sound of Om being the sound of everything, the source of all vibration. Rising up. Experience the vibration rising up, a current through the spine and across the lake that resides within the mind. Calm, steady, ever-present vibration and sound. Feeling vibration, allowing yourself to experience whatever feels most natural. Allowing yourself to sway. Not forcing anything ever. In time and with practice, you can choose to extend your experience for any amount of time. But as I guide you out today, allow yourself to take a deeper breath to re-energize. And I'll invite you to place hands at Anjali Mudra, palms and fingers together, touching the tips of the thumbs at heart center, and just seal in your practice by bowing your chin into your chest. Namaste. Thank you for joining me in this relatively beginner class. If that felt a little bit challenging to stick with, try class 3, which is the simple meditation on the breath. This is the most basic skill, and it's the through line for all of our meditations. Please practice things repeatedly. In the 5th class, we will use another kind of visualization, one where we concentrate on the infinite, so moving from the inside fully outside. I'll see you there.